So James, how have the boys been this week after the match on Saturday?
Yeah, they've trained really well. Bright, obviously, it hurts to lose a game, particularly at home. We've not the first league game we had lost here since we'd come in, so obviously that hurts. But that's football, and you need to go over it quickly because there's always another game round the corner. So no, they're bright. They're back working hard and looking good.
So what do you make of Inverness ahead of this weekend's trip up north?
It's always a very tough place to go. I know they've started the season and they've not picked a point up yet, but I don't think we can look into that too much. What we look at is our strengths, and then where we believe we can hurt them. So I'm not looking into their form too much. As I say, that is a tough place to go. It's a club that not too long ago played in the Scottish Cup final and went on a fantastic run at the end of last season also to try and secure a playoff place. So look, it's going to be a tough game, like every game in this league is. But no, we're wanting to go up there, put a good performance on, and we do that. We hopefully will come back down the road with a positive result.
And this week as well, we had the first reserve game of the campaign as well, and that gave you a chance to give some first team players some much needed minutes. So a really positive week in that regard as well.
Yeah, and I think that I'm a big fan of reserve football. We had a spell last season as well where Joe was playing in it after playing in the Saturday. Aaron played, I think, in the same game. Chris Hamilton as well. So, and the good thing about that group is, and we try, particularly when their minutes aren't needing. It's different with Kane. He's coming back from injury, so it was kind of a case that Kane was always going to play, but you got others that want to play as well. Obviously Hammy didn't play on Saturday, so he was desperate to play. Ben Summers was desperate to play. Paul Allen the same. So in that respect, it's fantastic that their attitude to that, and then you see it on the pitch when they go and play. They help the younger ones out, and they go and they take the game seriously, so it makes it a worthwhile exercise for them. Yeah, and delighted that they're showing that attitude, and we'll use the reserve games as much as we can over the course of the season for different reasons.
As you mentioned there, in terms of Kane getting back out onto the park, so that's another step forward in his recovery from his injury. So does that bring him into contention for Saturday?
Yeah, and he's trained. He's had no real adverse reaction from the game, just general stiffness. So the ankle's fine. He's trained well since it as well. So unless something happens between now and Saturday, then yeah, Kane will be in the squad for Saturday, and we're delighted to have him back as a footballer, but also for him himself. It's tough having injuries at any point in your career, but when you're young, off the back of a good season, that can make it just that wee bit harder. And he's worked really hard along with the medical department, sports science department, to do as much as he can to get back as quick as he could in a safe way, obviously. And I'm thinking he's got that wee spark back again in training now as well.
And in regards to team news overall, is it just Dennis and Matty Todd that remain out?
Yeah, that's it at the minute. Matty's probably got the rest of this week in his boot, and then we can step his rehab up. And Den's doing a lot now, so very positive signs from that side of it with Dennis. He's actually joining in little bits and pieces, so hopefully in the not too distant future we've got Dennis back, and then Matty will come back probably around the same time frame as Kane if everything goes to plan. But as I say, we'll be patient with both, and we'll give both players the best chance of coming back with minimal risk we can take away as much risk as we can for that. So no, but we're delighted with the progress.